Good morning. I pray that your Saturday is filled with spaces and places of joy and peace, of happiness, and that you had a good week. Today, I'm doing a quick video. I'm back out here in my walking trail. Here is the pond. I don't know if you can see the ducks. But anyway, the title of my video is You Have Not Because You Ask Not. So I'm making an ask. But before we get to that, a lot of times we are really feeling some kind of way about asking for what we need. We will try with everything in our power so we don't need to ask for help. And that typically comes because we've learned through some situation or some experience that people can be untrustworthy. That if you ask for help and they don't say no, or they don't do it the way you want, you get extremely disappointed. So you make up in your mind, I'm not going to ask them. I'm not going to set myself up to be rejected. I'm just going to keep doing everything for myself. And there's some benefit in knowing how to do everything for yourself. But there's some things that, it may be good to have some help with. You're probably not an expert in everything. There are probably people who do things a little bit better than you. And there's some things that, you could do alone, but it'll probably take a whole lot longer. So here's my ask. For a lot of you who have been following me, since the pandemic started, you know that I wrote a book. And my book, which I will tag at the bottom of this post, is called The First Time Because Everything Has a Beginning. And my book was about my experience living through trauma and dysfunction as a child. And I wrote the book with the hope that if anyone else can relate to my experience, that they can begin to see that there is light at the end of the tunnel, that they can begin to see a path to recovery, to a path to healing and recovery. And so that book, I wrote it. People, it seemed to enjoy it, or people were challenged by it. But, I didn't really write it for the likes or whatever. I wrote it to help people. And so, last year I began to think about another book that I wanted to write, which I have started. And right now the working title is Nobody Told Me. And this book is based on my experience with the aging process and all the things I've encountered that nobody really told me about. It's interesting to me, we talk about all kinds of things, but, we really don't talk about the aging process. We don't talk in depth. We don't prepare the younger generation. We don't prepare the older folk, the more seasoned folk, as we move into it. So anyway, when I wrote the first book, I did what they call hybrid publishing. I had someone work with me to help me to get it self-published. And this time my desire is to work with a publishing company, because my desire is what I'm trying to manifest is I want my book to become a New York Times best-selling book. But one of the requirements I'm finding from a number of the agents is they say you have to have a following. And this is where you all come in. A lot of you like my posts, or when I see you, you'll tell me, oh, I read your post, I just never touch like or whatever. But what I'm asking is on my page, Carolyn Harris-Hutchinson, that you will just go on the page and like the page. That's all I really want you to do, is like the page. Right now I have 9.9 thousand followers, and I would love to be able to increase that number to at least 10,000 or possibly beyond. So if you have a mind to, and if you say, well, who is this woman asking me to like her page? This is my first time ever hearing her. I invite you to go on my page and look at some of the things that I have posted. My goal has been to help people to be inspired, to help them through the path of healing and restoration, and just to provide some hope. I've had almost 30 years of experience as a mental health clinician, and I've been through some things. And so I don't necessarily feel like I know everything, but I do feel like there's things that I can share that can help people. And as I was looking at some of my people who like my posts. Some of y'all have never actually liked the page. So I would invite you, if you have a mind to please go on the page, Carolyn Harris-Hutchinson, and like the page. And on that note, I'm going to let you go. Oh, but before I let you go, I want to reinforce for you, because that was my like. I would invite you to think about what area of your life or what project might you be working on that you might need some help with. And consider what's stopping you from asking for help. Quick story, I bought a TV, maybe almost a month ago, and that TV is still sitting in the box in my living room. I have not taken it out the box, and I'm sure I could take it out the box and set it up, but I also know that I would really like to have some help. So my son's coming over today, and little does he know, he's going to help me set the TV up. Remember, I could do it myself. It would probably take some effort and some lifting for me, but I'm choosing to allow someone else to help me. And that's what I'd invite you to do. Just look at some area of your life, and for some of you, it may be a baby step. And think about one way that you can allow someone to help you. And why is that important? Because it helps you with the trust process. Some of you don't trust nobody for nothing. But you know what? If you don't trust, if there isn't anyone you can trust, it can lead for a very lonely life, a very bitter life, a very negative life. So I invite you to begin the trusting process from wherever you are by just asking someone for help in whatever small area it may be. Have a wonderful weekend. And remember, if you have a mind to, and I'm asking you to please like this page. And if you're seeing this on another social media platform, go on Facebook, my Carolyn Harris-Hutchinson page, and like the page. I'm trying to get to 10,000. Thanks. Bye-bye.